Hi Scorpio, welcome to your mid-October 2022 general love reading. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Scorpio. This will not resonate with every Scorpio that watches this message. And because this reading is general, not every single message may be for you. So please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear that message. And if this reading is not for you at all, Scorpio, I highly suggest checking out your other signs and different placements. Hi, cross watchers, you're very welcome here if you're interested in a Scorpio. Who wouldn't be? I'd like to remind Scorpio and cross watchers that energy is fluid, and this simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. All right, Scorpio, let's get this reading started. I'm first going to use my sound bowl to clear and set the energy, so if you are listening to this using headphones or the volume's kind of loud right now, I do suggest turning it down a little bit just for this part because I don't want your ears to hurt. So let's tune in. All right, so let's see what's happening for my Scorpions in love and romance at this time. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, anyone dealing with the Scorpio? What is the energy surrounding Scorpio right now? What does Scorpio need to know about their love life? What will the situation be at this time? All right, Scorpio, here it is, longing. Someone is secretly yearning for you. So there is someone that still is very much into you, that maybe you guys don't talk anymore. It's been a while since you talked, but they still think about you every day. If they do have access to your social media, they check up on it. They watch all your stories. They see all your updates on life through social media. And if you guys have like similar acquaintances and family members and friends, they definitely ask, and they take those opportunities to ask, how is Scorpio? What are they up to? And they try to pass it off like, you know, they're just curious, but why ask if you didn't care? So yeah, Scorpio, I do feel that there's someone around you, your energy, that still very much daydreams about you, daydreams of being in contact with you, dreams of you two reuniting, being together again, but there's still distance because there wouldn't be longing otherwise, right? Which I feel frustrates you. And I feel you're definitely decided not to make the first move back to this person. Maybe it's just because the way they left things or because they didn't do enough. And I don't know. I just feel like you guys are definitely not the ones to decide, I'm going to make this re-happen again, because you feel like it's something on their end to do. It's not for everyone, but I definitely feel that for someone out there. And I'm seeing the letter K, first, middle, last initial, as in Kyle, as in Kim, could mean something to someone. But yeah, Scorpio, if you've been picking up on their energy a lot and you're wondering why, there's still that psychic, telepathic, energetic cord between the two of you. And I get these messages sometimes where it's like, well, Mermaid, I'm just trying to stop thinking about this person, or, you know, I'm moving on. Why are they coming up in my readings? Because they think of you, and that's the cord that keeps it alive. So that's the best explanation I could get for someone who's just wondering, you know, why a certain someone keeps coming back in readings, maybe just keeps coming back in their life, because they still want to have this with you. There's still a yearning for you, a longing for you that is creating this cord and maintaining the cord that's been created between the two of you. For some of you, I almost feel like you haven't even talked for a year. But even within that time, this person still thinks about you. I'm hearing September for some reason, so something significant may have happened in the month of September. You could be dealing with a Virgo or a Libra here. But let's keep going. What do they want to tell Scorpio that they haven't told Scorpio? I will love you until I am old and gray. So let me just tell you guys, they're still in love with you. I was using that word kind of lightly in the beginning of the reading because it's, you know, an impactful word, but yeah, there's someone still very, very much in love with you, and I think they always will be. And with whatever happened between the two of you, they just think it's better to keep that distance. But if they could tell you anything, if they could give that one shot to call you, to text you, to speak to you, I think if they knew there was going to be no repercussions, they would tell you they still love you and that they still care about you and that they still think about you and they miss you. And maybe someone does have like gray hair, whether that's through aging, premature gray hair, or even like that ashy silver white toned hair, that blondish hair people use like purple shampoo to kind of get that tone of. And this person could be older than you. I'm just picking up on the words that are drawing to me in the cards, and that's something that I'm seeing here as well. Or maybe you're older than this person, an age difference. But all right, let's go ahead and see what the tarot has to say. Because I think for those who have been feeling this person's energy and wanting to know why, I feel this reading will definitely give you a lot of clarity on that sense. The Two of Swords. Yeah, Libra energy. I'm not surprised I felt that, but they feel like they can't talk to you. They feel blocked from you. Maybe you did block their number. Maybe you did block their Instagram and WhatsApp. And I wonder if it was blocked because of something they did, or for some of you, it was because it was too hard to see their social media. And you thought maybe by helping the process of letting them go or walking away, that blocking them would add to that path that you decided to go with this person. They were pretty devastated by it when you blocked them. If that's a message for some of you guys. Others of you, they just feel like they can't communicate with you right now. You're guarded, you're defensive. Hangman, Pisces energy, crossing this reading. It's all a matter of time though. You know, I do feel like, I don't know, the longer it's taking, the more it's making you realize maybe there's not much more to this. But again, I feel this, they're kind of intimidated by you, Scorpio. Intimidated about what you'll say, intimidated that you'll reject them again if they were to come back into your life. So they're in this process right now of figuring out when that time should be. If they really want this, if they really want you, when should they come out of this cocoon shell of not making their feelings known to you and actually going for it and saying all this? Huge throat chakra block, I feel, with someone when it comes to you. I feel like they've even told people not to bring you up because it's too painful to talk about you and talk about what happened with you. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to get all the cards out first, and then I'll go ahead and spill the tea. But let's just get these cards first. I can see why they missed you with the Empress card here. Whether you're male or female does not matter. The Empress is someone who is very attractive, someone who attracts a lot of good fortune in their life, who is very creative, who's very loving, who would be the ideal partner. Ooh, Ten of Pentacles rooting this. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I do see, Scorpio, you're the one that's mainly trying to block this energy, though. Block them out of your mind. You're definitely on the defensive with them. And it may be well earned, you know, why you are and you should be. But yeah, and the Eight of Wands, Sagittarius energy. Okay. So bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Wands. This is Aries energy. You could be dealing with an Aries. You could have Aries in your chart. Does not have to be the case in order for this reading to resonate. This tells me for a lot of you, you were in a relationship with this person, that you guys were considered yourselves your significant others, your partners. And somewhere down the road, that kind of ended between the two of you. You broke up. Others of you, if it's not like you guys were exclusive, they kind of felt like you were the perfect match for them. You were the person that made them feel the best about love and romance, made them feel, I don't know why I'm hearing alive, which is really interesting. I don't know if you're just a lot of fun to be around. You are a free spirit. You have a lot of creative interests, as we see with the Empress. So that could be into art, that could be into music, that could be into film and photography, or any sort of those, graphic illustrations, those types of things. There is something about being with you with the Four Wands. It's not just structure and it's not just security, but it's a lot of passion. It's a lot of feeling like I'm with the person that makes me the happiest and I can do anything with them. I wonder if you went to a wedding together in the past. You were their date to a wedding for some of you guys, and they think about that a lot. And for whatever reason you broke up, it does feel pretty impactful. It did feel pretty devastating, I feel, for both of you. And maybe that's why, Scorpio, because it was so painful, that's why you're trying to move forward from this. But they very much still remember the times and all the events and all the trips and all the concerts and movies you guys went to. I'm seeing someone that could live by a movie theater or just loved going to the movies. And so maybe it's because for some of you guys, especially if you're Scorpio suns, your birthday's coming up, maybe in October for some of you. And that's what's sparking all of these memories here. It's almost Six of Cups vibes. And similarly, I feel, especially with Aquarius energy here, Aquarius had very similar energy. So if you're dealing with an Aquarius, or if you have Aquarius in your chart, I suggest checking out the Aquarius reading to see if there's messages for you there. But you're also, Scorpio, they know that you would rather be single than put yourself through love that would take from you, love that would deplete you. And they do admire you for your strength in walking away from a situation, even if it meant walking away from them, that you knew it was best for you. You have integrity and you have a lot of you have too much respect for yourself to stay in some place that would just not satisfy you. And maybe that's why they keep their distance too, out of respect for you, Scorpio. I'm also seeing skinny dipping as well. That could be who I'm talking about, for confirmation for someone out there. But let's go ahead and get into this reading. The center of this is the Two of Swords. Libra energy. I'm hearing that song. I've heard it in past readings before, but We Don't Talk Anymore by, I believe it's Charlie Puth and Selena Gomez. Like, we don't talk anymore. But yeah, with this Two of Swords, clearly there's been silence. They feel like they don't have that same access to you as they did before. Whether energetically you're just not open to this, or like I said, you literally just stopped talking to them. You never replied to their last message they sent you, however long ago that was. You blocked them maybe. So I do feel right now in this moment, from their perspective, they're still going to keep quiet. But man, yeah, again, like if they knew there was going to be no repercussions, or if they knew that you were going to be so open to them, they would take it in a heartbeat. And I feel with this Two of Swords here, they just, if they were to even come back to you, they wouldn't know what to say. They wouldn't know. It's like they would, what I'm going through right now, like they would be at a loss for words, Scorpio. Again, intimidation, I feel very strongly here, and the Empress kind of certified that, crowning the reading. Someone could be bilingual with the Two of Swords, I always kind of pick up on. And sometimes too, this could mean making a choice and making a decision. And because the longing for you is growing stronger and stronger, I think they are, for now, leaning towards, with the Hanged Man crossing this, keeping their space and keeping their silence. But it comes on their mind just to dial your number, just to, send that message. But they don't. They put it back down. And if they're blocked, they don't really have a choice. But that's the situation for them right now that they feel. Crossing this is the Hanged Man. Pisces energy. So this is the challenge of the reading, and for others, it's the enhancement of this reading overall, the spread. And what I feel for the challenge of the Hangman is wondering if they could keep still for this forever. Wondering if they could still keep themselves away. And, you know, the Hangman, I've been getting a lot for myself lately, and it's definitely been a card for me lately as for sacrifice. And they feel like they're sacrificing their own desires, their own temptations, their own heart and feelings for you in order to maintain the peace between the two of you guys. And if there's not that much peace, then just to maintain the fact of leaving it where it was. But they're unhappy with it. Others of you, if this is enhancing the situation here, I do feel someone had to take some time to do some very uncomfortable things and realizing the consequences of their actions. Maybe they never told you this before or held accountability for it, but Scorpio, I think they really have seen the error in their ways as far as everything they should have done when they could have done it, when they had the opportunity with you. And this has been very eye-opening for them, especially if they haven't been able to move on with anyone else. Literally, I feel they haven't been able to get in a new relationship because of the thought of you that's always remaining on the back of their head. With the Two of Swords and the Hangman, I just got to say, someone could have had a criminal history. Someone could have been arrested within the last year. I'm hearing DUI for some reason. But with this Hangman, I do think that they are punishing themselves in a way by keeping their distance because they know that they messed up in some way. And I think they're worried you would never take them back anyway, so why try? Even though it's a temptation that comes back every now and then, they still struggle with making their appearance back in your life. That they want to. Crowning this is the Empress. Yeah, Taurus energy, Libra energy. So for a lot of you guys that are creative, they really do admire your creative skills, your creative talents, your creative abilities. Like any of the things I mentioned before. Also, hair or makeup could be something. Costume design, maybe even co-play I'm kind of picking up on for someone out there. But yeah, I do feel that maybe from afar they've seen that you've accomplished a lot. You made something successful for yourself, for your career. Maybe some of you have purchased a new home or moving into a new home. They see that you're manifesting a lot in your life or creating a lot in your life without them. They wish they could tell you that they're happy for you. They wish they could tell you they're proud of you. But see how this Empress's eyes, and if you need to pause it, go ahead, but her eyes are closed, right? It's almost as if like they think you never think of them, or you would never even consider a second chance with them or giving them that second chance. They feel kind of ignored by you, Scorpio. That could very well be the case, or it could just mean the front you're trying to put off so you can continue your life and your own creations and your own ambitions and goals without them intruding on it, or the separation between the two of you intruding on it. What's reading this is the Ten of Pentacles, Virgo energy. Now, with the Ten of Pentacles, when I first saw this card turn over, I, for some reason, heard family. And because of a breakup of a relationship, your family could have a lot of opinions about this person, may not like this person, or may feel like they did you wrong, did you dirty, and this person just knows that if you guys were to try to go back at this again, there'd be certain family issues they would have to face as long as you guys were together. Maybe it's reversed. Maybe those family issues came on their end with you, Scorpio. For some reason, it's not for everyone, but for some reason I'm picking up on like almost like a snobby, judgmental family, that someone never really meshed well with. But with this 10 of Pentacles for others of you, if that's not so much the case, I feel like, especially with the Four of Wands, they feel like with anyone they've ever been romantically interested in, you were by far the person they could see themselves marrying. They could see themselves having a future with, having a home with, living together with. Maybe you did live with this person once upon a time. But you had to, like, you know, move out of the apartment or even sell the home you had together. But I do feel with this 10 of Pentacles, for most of you, if it's not so much about moving, used to live with this person, or even family issues, it is the part of the longing that they always felt like you would have been their one to have it all with. But they really do feel like they blew it, or the opportunity is gone between the two of you. How they see you, Scorpio, or your energy in this is the Five of Swords, Aquarius energy. So again, like, I do feel thoughts about them are popping up a lot. Maybe it's just as common to think about them every day the way they think of you. I don't know. Your situation's different for everyone I'm reading for in this, but I definitely feel the fighting off of those thoughts coming on your end. When they do pop up, the nights you did spend together, the way you guys used to be intimate with one another. I'm hearing someone like whisper something in my left ear. Maybe they used to whisper to you when you guys were falling asleep or when you were intimate with one another. But again, with the intimidation here, maybe you guys did leave things off of a really bad breakup or a bad argument, a bad fight. And I do feel whatever the last thing you said to them was pretty blunt, pretty strong, and it definitely indicated something along the lines of like, don't contact me again, or don't talk to me again, or that was just the energy they kind of picked up on by whatever you last sent to them. And then after that, not replying to their message, they kind of felt like it was a done deal. But they definitely have a lot of mental conflicts over you, like I see with the Two of Swords and the Hanged Man crossing all this. And I do feel, Scorpio, that they compare a lot of their future projects, or like if their friends are trying to get them to link up with, you know, someone they think they're interested in, or that would be a good date, they find themselves always comparing that person to you and not being good enough for it. My throat feels like a little raspy, so I wonder if someone has kind of like a raspy voice. But anyway, their energy in this, how you may see them, is the Eight of Wands, Sagittarius energy. And I feel for some of you guys, this is part of the issue as to why things couldn't remain. You guys couldn't stay in this connection, stay in this relationship. I'm feeling a lot of impulsiveness. I'm feeling a lot of flakiness almost from this Eight of Wands. I usually don't feel, but I'm feeling it now very strongly. And it's like they were never consistent. They were always distracted, it kind of feels like, for you, is the best way to kind of describe what I'm picking up right now. Almost aloof. I feel for some of you guys with this Eight of Wands, they weren't very responsible with paying the bills on time or following through with duties, expectations, and work. And of course, like, we don't have to be confined by others' expectations of us, but there are certain things that we have to kind of fully follow through on in order to make a commitment work or to make a living situation work. And I feel like they just weren't there to fully follow through on that. With the Eight of Wands, this person could be at a distance from you right now. One of you moved out of the area. So, you know, the distance could be something that is also a reason why they're longing for you at the same time. I do feel, Scorpio, when you do think of the good side of this person, I do feel like you found them to be adventurous, risk-taking. And I feel that's something that made you feel like you could get a bit out of your shell with. I feel with this Eight of Wands that this person, I don't know, they were ambitious with your type of ambitions, like you, big dreams, big goals, big plans, but they weren't as grounded as you were. And maybe this person would just have one idea and then follow through to the next and follow through to the next and follow through to the next. And it was never, completed. And that's something that may have made you feel like you were kind of finishing up the other end of trying to get this person to push through, to do the things they wanted to do, to go after it. But I don't know. And for others of you, it's that Eight of Wands of taking it to the next level that they always were never ready for whatever reason. So I think that's where you decided you had to move on, because they weren't prepared to go for it, even though they may for other things, and their friends, their family members, their travels, like they would always be so sure and ready for that. But when it came to, for some of you, a commitment, if there wasn't already one, or like marriage or engagement or anything like that, they never were ready. I definitely see someone who may have always wanted to hang out with their friends. Maybe sometimes you felt like more than you. Anyway, Scorpio, to see the likely outcome of this situation, what is likely to happen and unfold, what do you need to know about this connection and this person to see if they are going to reach out, or will they just continue to long for you? We're going to go ahead and take this to Vimeo for the extended reading. I'm going to overturn this card here to show you the likely outcome of the situation, and also pull some oracle cards as well to just dive deeper into this whole connection. Will there be anything else to this, or is it a wrap? If you'd like to join me for the extended reading, open up the description box and you'll find the link to Vimeo, which will take you to the extended reading. But if this is where we depart, Scorpio, I really hope that this reading has resonated with you. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Scorpio, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Scorpio.